It's nearly afternoon. So we're going to do a little bit of chanting with music. So I'm going to invite some devotees. So we'll do this first. Brilliant class. Brilliant classes. You're sitting on the bed listening. Okay. I'll do that. No, I didn't. Okay. So I'm just posting it on Facebook. Okay. It's a bit slow, actually. Oh, why are you cracking? Okay. So we're here. We're going to just invite some people on Facebook. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. Oh, I just saw this picture of Eric. Looks very interesting. There I am. Oh, actually, we don't want to keep hearing those. So I'm inviting now on Facebook on Gora Hari and A-Team, people who asked me to invite them. Okay, and people that I know that aren't actually in our group. So Tama Dasa, she wants to go to visit Maharaj in Mexico. Oh, hello, Gurdam, back to Tom. Hiya. As well at some point. Okay. That'd be enough. Okay. It is always happy. It's Holi, apparently. Festival of Colors in India. I think it's Festival of Colors every day. Okay. It's a bit loud. Hey, Gurdam. All glories to Srila Gora Haridas, the amazing spiritual master who's taken us all the way home. All glories to his lotus feet. To all of you who don't understand what he's doing, or are triggered by him, angered by him, well, that's a trigger, isn't it? Blaspheming him. It's okay. You're getting purified. So you can see and smell and taste, be touched by the Lord, speak the Lord. Srila Gora Haridas is the new frontier, bringing the new frontier, sharing the new frontier. I do that. What is his trumpet? Oh gosh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, so Festival of Light, eh? Festival of Colors. This is a festival of colors and light. And I'm just throwing colors now. The colors of the Lord upon everyone. I don't need to just throw color. And just have fun for myself. Hey, bitch, how you doing? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We might think we know. We might think we know things, but without the spiritual master, without him connecting us to the parampara, we're on our own. And then on our own, we're in danger. We have no shelter. We might know things, but we will disturb other people because we don't have the shelter. We don't have the full understanding of what we think we know. We need it to be completely purified. So it's whole and complete and grounding and surrendering and uplifting and pacifying for oneself. And when you speak it, for others as well. Jai, Jai Shila Guru Haridas. Guru Haridas, my friend. And everyone's well-wisher. Everyone's well-wisher. We can see it now. We don't have to stay in the past. And yes, we know, clearly know that Srila Prabhupada was everyone's well-wisher. Yes, of course. But he's not here now in a living body to show that he is everyone's well-wisher. And whilst he's in his books, absolutely, we have Srila Guru Haridas who is showing how Prabhupada was everybody's well-wisher by being everybody's greatest well-wisher now, right here, in this time, with this trouble, with this Kali Yuga, in this time right here. For you, for your benefit, my benefit, and your benefit. And if you don't want to believe, it's because you don't want to grow up, and it's because you're just not hearing, you're just not clearing out that those hard waves that hit you hard, which is Maya Devi. She hits hard. You can't hear because she throws us about all over the place, and when we are in it, we are in that storm. We are in those storms. And we have no shelter, so we are really deep in those storms with the shelter of Srila Guru Haridas coming from him. Even in those storms that we will hit at some moment, at some time, we are sheltered, and we ride through those storms. We're held through those storms. We're uplifted through those storms, and we learn more about God. More about, actually, we learn with shelter, we learn our relationship with God in those storms, in those times of we learn how he's there for us. He saves us. How he holds us. He really holds us. He's kick-ass as well. Okay. Life is glory. Glory to Srila Guru Haridas. Surrender to the lotus feet of the potency, the transcendental potency of the Lord Sri Caitanya emanating to our hearts from Srila Guru Haridas. Okay. It's gonna stop. As soon as I stop, it's gonna stop. You know, even the stuff that I learned in the Freeman stuff, it's happening naturally now. One is becoming sovereign now without all that hard paper, having to read all those acts, 70 pages of boring acts that they've made up. Sorry, they're a fake law that they keep making up. It's happening here. Maharaj has just made it happen naturally. So with the power of God, it doesn't matter what we've done. With God, He will complete it and finish it and be the doer, and it will just happen naturally on its own. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, that was a very DJ-fied of me. Slowly. There you go. slowly. So I'm just gonna speak about. I'm just gonna keep this music on. Put it on really slowly. I mean, like, well, actually. If it's disturbing anybody, just let me know and I'll turn it off or turn it down. So just gonna speak about surrendering, humbleness, glorifying Maharaj, glorifying the absolute truth. Glorifying the absolute truth is our fuel, is our transcendental Mahaprasadam, is our transcendental fuel that is going to feed the Lord within our heart. If we don't feed the Lord with absolute truth, the Lord is absolute truth. So when we're hearing from somebody, an ecstatic devotee who is speaking absolute truth, meeting the Lord within, that is going to wake up the Lord. He's going to be like, wow, it's me. It's my energy. Oh my God, I can get food. I can grow. You know, the Lord, that's what He wants. He wants Himself. We're here to facilitate Him hearing Himself, eating Himself, being touched by Himself, the frequency of Himself and growing in that. And in that, because we're part and parcel of the Lord, we grow too. Because of His emotions, so huge, we grow too. And we're growing together and we're growing in His image as Him. And we can see that with Maharaj and the other devotees, how empowered we come because we love to love the Lord. And because we love to love the Lord, we love to be purified because we want to feel the Lord. We want to engage, have this deeper relationship with the Lord, more intimacy, real. Leroy, Hare Krishna, where have you been? When the opportunity is presented, you know, when the opportunity is presented is how much you desire it. How much is one actually humbleized or what's the other one? Decontaminated of, is that the right way to say it, of their material pride. How much is one willing to sit down in front of somebody who is saying that they have a deep, confidential relationship with the Lord. They're saying that they can help you attain the Lord in this life. They're saying that they can bring, that they can marry us to the Lord, that we can begin now, as we are in this living body, have this relationship with the Lord and attain the Lord, walk with the Lord. Whatever life we have left here, we're walking with the Lord. And when we leave, we will be walking, we will be living with our Father and Mother hand in hand. We'll be living on that vibration, on that frequency. Where's the fear? Without that, without knowing that here now, without the real bona fide spiritual master marrying us actually to the Lord, bringing that friendship alive by constantly nourishing the Lord in our hearts as we sit down. William, come every day, and just try to, what do they say it? Come every day and listen to Srila Guru Haridas or myself or other ecstatic devotees. Maharaj, actually, come and listen every day. Put your money where your mouth is. Come and actually try. It took me 3 years to do a degree, and learn and do all of these things. It takes a while to understand when one is being in the illusionary potency, the temporary illusionary potency. Just come and see, come and try, come and hear, because you won't believe my words. When you feel it yourself, well, you might do. When you feel it yourself and you hear it yourself, you're touched by it yourself, you're overwhelmed by it yourself, you are completely in awe of it yourself, then you will know. And the only way you will know is by hearing and hearing and hearing, and that's it. It's simple. The opportunity has been presented. The opportunity is here for everyone, and you are so fortunate, William. You're here with us, and you have the greatest opportunity, but you let it go. You let it go by leaving, and you know what happens in that? When you leave, you just get covered over again. You don't lose anything that you gain here. Like our spiritual bank account, that's what they talk about. But you get covered over here. And then if you come back after a while, you have to come back, you have to get uncovered again. But if you come every day, you're trudging through the valley of death with the hand of the Lord within, keeping us uplifted no matter what pushes us down, what slaps us down, what kicks us down. We're still held, and we just go through it. What we need to go through, the opportunity is here. The opportunity is now. It just depends what you desire. If you really desire wanting a relationship with the Lord and wanting your eternal life once and for all, it will happen here. I'm speaking it, Leroy. It will happen here. It has happened here. It's happening again and again. And you don't even have to just believe me, Leroy. You can watch my journey, Lalita's journey, the journey of other devotees from before, from listening, from going through the purification and being more and more purified. You can watch it. You can, and you will. And I can guarantee you, where else do you get real guarantees, get a life guarantee actually, that you will receive the Lord. The opportunity is here. It's now, and it's just for you to take it. It's you're very lucky that you come here, and I really invite you to come here on a regular basis to watch Maharaj, because the amazing things that are happening, the way, because I go through the storms, still I go through storms, but I'm held through them. I'm not what's happening in those storms. Those storms are happening because of my learning through my karma. And it's through my learning, because I'm sheltered through, and the Lord is here, and I'm sheltered by the parampara through Srila Guru Haridas. And I have that link. Whatever storms I am hit me, I'm held and lifted out of them again and again. And it's only because Maharaj has married me to the Lord and has really deeply awoken the Lord in my heart by constantly nourishing the Lord. And William saying, Have you heard of a kindred spirit? Yeah, it's a material. It's a saying, isn't it? It's a saying, a kindred spirit. We are spirit souls. You know, I can't remember what. We are spirit souls, and that's what we are. The body is a consciousness. You know, it's a form of consciousness where we have come. You know, because they know it in science. You know, we are holograms. You know, David Icke talks about that a lot. We are holograms, and we're space. You know, and we are. We are. That's exactly what we are. But we have a spirit soul within that hologram. You know, and it creates life. It creates life. But with Srila Guru Haridas, with the Lord awoken in the heart, by Srila Guru Haridas, because the Lord is awoken in his heart. And so, Leroy, you're saying it's an uphill walk. Do you know what? It's better than going round and round the mountain and smacking your head and going round around the mountain and spending 20 billion lifetimes going round and round the mountain. I'm holding Srila Guru Haridas's hand. He is the living wire of the parampara, the live wire of the parampara. And I'm holding onto his apron strings. And he just takes me up the mountain as much as I'm, well, actually, I'm going to say allowed. Because it is allowed, isn't it? You know, the more you let go, the more you free yourself up by hearing through purification and the Lord growing within. Once Bhakti Lada Beach just growing and growing and growing. We are just we are walking up that hill, well, crawling actually, and then walking and walking, then dancing and dancing and running and dancing and singing and running and dancing and singing with the spiritual family headed by Srila Guru Haridas. And everybody can get on that ship, aboard that ship, or hold on to that rope and just be taken upon the back. I was going to say the back, the words come out, and the back of Guru Haridas, Srila Guru Haridas. And this is really happening, Leroy. It's like my complete experience. So, you know, when you come, you will have this experience that I'm speaking about with these words. And you'll be able to really understand by your experience, not by words. You know, the words are uplifting and growing, and by one's experience from within, you'll really, truly understand my words. They will come to life deeply within you as well. And this is what we are giving. You know, this Maharaj is giving safety and shelter by awakening the Lord within all of us in this time of Kali Yuga. And it's really kind of, you know, it's really kind of a hellish time right now. You're saying, River, are you in this life? Yeah, I'm in an Indian body. Yeah, I was born in England, so I don't really have that Indian conditioning too much, but I have a little bit of it as well. I have mainly Western conditioning, but with Maharaj, you know, we go beyond our conditionings, be it Indian or Western or Eastern or Western, whichever one you want to, wherever you are grown up, whatever conditioning you have taken on board because you've been associating in that area. Here we have, we've been associating with the Lord, transcendental, absolute truth, the transcendence of that, you know, the transcendence of absolute truth. They're both the same, you know. I'm saying both these words, but they're both the same. And I'm transcending my Indian conditioning. I'm transcending my Western English conditioning and whatever other conditioning I have that keeps me anchored and rooted in incompleteness. It's not complete. You know, these things are not complete. And with Maharaj, with having the Lord alive inside, it's bringing us back home. And we're not going anywhere. It's bringing us back home to our ultimate goal, our ultimate relationship, our ultimate experiences. Because the experiences with Krishna, Lord Caitanya, experiencing life by being held by him and touched by him, having experiences because of him and through him, around him. and actually not being rooted in this consciousness, this illusionary consciousness, where we just see form. We're transcending the form and going past that and going deeper, deeper and deeper into our spiritual potency. And yeah, you know what? It is making us kindred spirits, but it's so much more than that, Leroy. It's so much more and more and more and more. All the things that we kind of desire with having this relationship with Krishna, because I've been hearing from Maharaj, and that's the only reason. And I keep connected with him. Oh, something happened there. I get so much juice from my experiences, so much juice from my hearing, so much juice from my speaking and sharing, so much juice from my being touched by the Lord, so much juice by being shouted by the Lord, pacified by the Lord, rested by the Lord, being able to relax because of the Lord, and many, many more things, many. I can hear his message. I can really hear the message deeply from Srila Guru Haridas and the devotees. The door has really opened. We go in through the door with Maharaj anyway, and here. But then it opens doors inside. It's like there's closed doors inside that are opening up. You might have been looking at the same thing for 40 years, but with the Lord, a relationship with the Lord inside is something else. You see other things, different things. You see it in a different way. You think about it in a different way. You speak about it in a different way, because you see past its form. We're seeing past the form. We're seeing past, they're putting holograms out, Leroy, of Jesus in the sky, and all of these things happening in the sky. And it's the same thing that happens in films. You don't know if it's real or it's a film, but they are planning now. They're making people, everyday people, advertise and advertise for them and play out things for them. So it sounds real. They've been doing this for a while, actually. So it sounds real. So people are out there going, oh my God, all of these things are going. I feel like I'm just watching a film, actually. That just looks like it's not real, but they're making out the way they film natural everyday life, which is not real anyway, which is different to a movie and things like that. They brought the movies into the everyday life, and they're just doing those things now. If you go on TikTok, they're doing what do they call them? Little meteorites, things going into the water, and things blowing up, and the sun doing something. I've been watching a lot of TikTok, and you can see that it's not real. I can really see, I won't say this because I will cause a huge stir. I won't do that. But yes, because the eyes are being cleared out, the obstacles out there, that stop me seeing clearly, stops the Lord seeing clearly. Well, he can see anyway, but stops me seeing clearly and taking him to show me clearly what is happening. You can see now their tricks. You can see the way they prepare people into their understanding, because money talks here in this world. They pay anybody and they'll do anything for them. You give them a bit of money, and it's true. This is really what's been happening. I've been watching this for about since 30 years, this kind of stuff. It's kind of started with the reality programs. Do you remember the reality programs? Bringing people on, and then just bringing the people that they want on, that are completely outrageous and completely showing our children, how to be, how to act, how to behave, showing our children, or showing everybody actually, our role models. Our greatest role model is Srila Guru Haridas. He is our greatest role model and rock star, transcendental rock star, beyond any of what's going on here. Anything, beyond anything, actually. Can just beat anything. All the stuff that they did in the Freeman. Maharaj he's just done it. even more than transcended everything that they could not transcend in the free man, all the things that were still anchoring them, because they were still doing, yes, they were doing the free man and showing what the bankers are doing, and what the, you know, how we are being duped by everyday things such as parking fines and speeding fines and all things like fines and law, understanding law. They're still in the illusion. They are still in the illusion whilst they are telling us how we are being duped and how we are being in control. They don't have a relationship with the Lord. He's not awoken within their hearts. It's not complete what they were doing. The Lord is missing. They have built this free man organization upon God's law. That's where it started, but they don't know God's law at all. They don't have a relationship with the Lord. It's all external. And it's kind of a marriage has done it all, because it's all built upon the Lord. It's built upon God's law, everything, and we follow God's law. And people are going law. People are what's the word? Against authority, and that's only because the authorities are terrible. They've been infiltrated by demonic forces, and they're just demonic, and they don't actually help. They don't actually help anyone. You know, they cause many problems. I'm not surprised people don't adhere to authority. They have to, but they don't want to. The ultimate authority is the Lord's devotees upon this world, walking upon this world now. They are the only authority. Going to them is the only place you will get justice. Nowhere on this world there is justice. There's no justice. The only justice is here with the devotees, because the Lord resides here. It's headed by Srila Gaura Haridas, and he is a just, I was going to say a just preacher, but I don't think they're the correct words to use, actually. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It really, when the opportunity arises, the only reason why people don't see that the opportunity is here now, the greatest opportunity. There are so many opportunities they're throwing out on the internet, and this is the ultimate opportunity beyond all those other opportunities. And yes, you can do them, but add this one to everything that you do, because it will give you shelter. It will give you the shelter of the Lord, the understanding of the Lord, the feelings of the Lord, the realization of who the Lord is, where he is, what he is, the realizations of our relationship, our experience, of our experiencing our deeper relationship with the Lord as it goes on, as we hear in the spiritual potency, which opens up spirit, which opens up the spiritual world. We're growing from in the spiritual world and bringing it here upon this world, and growing that spirit, and reminding others that we are spiritual souls. We're not just kindred spirits. We are spirit souls. That's who we are for eternity. This bodily consciousness is where we found ourselves. And I'm not going to go into why. There are many reasons. There are many reasons. We find ourselves focusing on this bodily form. You know, this weak lower shadow, Maharaj calls it, consciousness. And it's a place of learning. And we can learn so much being in this consciousness, because we're here in it anyway. We can be in this consciousness, and holding on to our shelter, holding on to the rope. Otherwise we will sink and sink, and we will go so far into the valley of death. We will be covered. We won't remember who we are, what we're here to do. We will just be, often people have been doing that for millions of lifetimes. I don't know how many, millions of lifetimes. And they've just, and here, that link, that rope, that union that we have with our maker, can be united here. It's made here, it's reconnected here. Maharaj married us to me and Lalita. She said it earlier. Married me to the Lord, rekindled that relationship with the Lord, and it's been nurtured and made stronger and solid on solid ground because of hearing spirit, hearing the divine spirit, realizing the Lord and realizing where he is, because he's here everywhere and he's watching us everywhere. But we can't see him when we're focusing too much on this material potency, which is an illusion. It's not real. And it is a hologram, actually. I want to be able to think like that completely. But anyway, so I've been watching TikTok and they've been doing all of these things where you can look younger. They make you look the age you did when you were like, you can be 40, 50 years old and they can make you look the same. Your teenage looks. They do it with all of this stuff. They're giving out all of their secrets. They're giving out all of their secrets on how they do the animations, on how they do the videos. Everything is all on TikTok. All the things that they do in the films, the videos, everything. You know, people are just lapping it up because they're just giving out more and more and more temptations, you know, for everything. You can make yourself look so beautiful with these filters. Oh my God, all the women look the same in Hollywood. They're filters, they're not real. They've been using all of these things to dupe, manipulate the people and control the people to want to look like them. Because especially girls, you know, actually the boys as well these days, they put these filters on. We can't look like that. And people are going out there trying to look like that. It's all a lie. And, you know, they give us all of these things and then they take them away, you know. The Lord gives us a lot. The Lord gives us everything. He gives us the things that they give us. And he usually takes away the ones that we don't really need because we don't let things go. So he has to let them go for us. And that's a great thing here in our relationship with the Lord. He makes me let things go because he knows I want to, but I don't because I'm here. So he does things. He gives me experiences. Do you want to keep getting slapped by that? We keep doing the same thing again and again and again and again. And we keep going round and round the mountain. We don't go up the mountain, but we shall go Haridas. We're on jet skis going up. He's just pulling because the Lord's pulling him and he's not really pulling. He's empowered by the Lord and we're just on that as well and being empowered. It's an uphill walk, but with the Lord, it's very simple. It's really so simple. Okay, so and here, as we listen and as we get purified, and I came off the track. As we listen and as we purify, it humbles us. It opens us up. It puts us more on the frequency of absolute truth, where we are always going to hear it, always going to understand it. We're attached to that now. We're addicted to that. That we're addicted to that frequency because that is our lifeline. That is our food. So that is our taste. That is our feeling. That is our sound. We have to have it. We have to have it. We've got to have it. So we come here. We come here to feast upon that vibration and satisfy and pacify or satisfy that addiction that I have on wanting absolute truth, wanting real life of the God, that life, to be able to be lifted by him and to be able for him to surrender to him. He moves things out the way. It's like in this world, I am a pawn. I'm a queen and a king on the chessboard of this world, and moved around by the Lord. Surrendering, you move around by him, and he sees everything and is everywhere. And when we surrender more, as we purify here, as we hear the spiritual potency, we get angry, we blaspheme, all sorts of things happen. They all come up like they come up with children. And with children, it's innocent. It's an innocent thing. They come up, they're irresponsible, and they say things, and they hit and they scream, and they do all of these things that children do. Here we're doing that as well. In a way, we're doing that as well, because we are learning, showing ourselves and surrendering. We're showing ourselves and surrendering to God, not surrendering to this world, not surrendering to the conditions of the people that we have spent time with. Where we focus and where we give our energy is how we become. We just take it on. So if you're watching, your mom and your dad, is what they're doing. You're taking it on. Now we're watching Radha and Krishna through Maharaj and the devotees. We're taking on our true inheritance. And by hearing, we are transcending the conditioning, transcending that I'm an Indian lady, even though I use my Indianness and my other, whatever I have, my propensities for service for the Lord. I use it for him. So as we surrender, we receive more from the Lord. As we surrender, we get closer. We're letting go of this world. We're surrendering to the Lord, and we receive more knowledge, more feeling, more relationship, more upliftment for oneself and for others, more reality. This is the reality show of all reality shows, because this is real, true life. Everything that goes on here is not real. It's just not real. It's just been ordained by people who are demonic and who are trying to, love. They love power. They don't love, they love power. The power of love. They don't realize the power of love because they don't focus. Well, most people don't realize the power of love. The power of pure love of God is our lifeline. It's our only lifeline. It's coming through Maharaj, Srila Gaura Haridas. It's coming through his devotees. The power of love of God is coming through. That is going to override everything here. To have this shelter, we are safe. No matter what we are still holding. We need to surrender because the Lord will give us more. We're leaving this world behind, actually fully. Well, more and more we're leaving it behind. And humbleness. The Lord gives us all of these things. We can't actually do them ourselves. He gives us the humbleness by our experiences of being shouted by the unlimited unlimited umbrella of Govardhan coming through Srila Gaura Haridas. We can still see, remember when we got an umbrella up and the rain's pouring down on us, we can still see where we're going. And we can still kind of, well, it's like that. We're being showered by whatever dangers are happening, troubles are happening. We're being, showered, by misery and all of those things that take a lot of energy. Actually, take a lot of energy with the umbrella. We still have those things, but we're not actually of those things. We're not that misery. We're not that sadness. We're not those things. We don't have to make them real. And this is what I've realized mainly more recently. I can act in that way. I can cry. I can be like that, but I'm not those things. They're just releasing. They're just being taken away. But if I can make a huge drama. I could make a huge drama and make what's happening, make my misery bigger and bigger and bigger, and make it more traumatic and be I'm gonna have to go in a minute. Be more traumatized. 1 minute, let me just check. Somebody's gonna call me. I don't want to. I've missed so many things. I'm always missing things. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna. I won't find it. Let me find it, Krishna. Let me find it. Okay, well, the phone's going to ring. Once the phone's ring, I'm going to have to go. Let's. Oh yes, we have comments. See, there you go. It didn't move. I'm so sorry. It didn't move. So we'll go through the comments. So I'm kind of talking about surrendering, naturally surrendering here. Because as we surrender here, we get to know the Lord more. Surrendering is the greatest thing, and it happens through purification. Hey, Andromeda. So what is BRB, Leroy? I don't know what that is. So River Davidas has me with a few. Had River Davidas has had me with a few. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know. Is River saying I will do it the same? No, you'll do it differently. If you come here, once you come here on a regular basis, wherever you are in your spiritual process position, where you will come from and start from, and whatever things you have let go of, whatever attachments you have are different to mine, and it will just happen in a different way, but they will happen. Your greatest opportunity is coming to Srila Gaura Haridas on a regular basis. You will be able to let go of your attachments. All the things that you've been trying to do or need to you'll be able to complete quicker and let go. You will realize things so much deeper, things that you've realized already. You'll realize them even deeper than before. Your life will be uplifted from all the troubles and miseries of being anchored in this world. They will be let go of, and it's our focus. Our anchors are because of our focus being anchored here. So we are actually we are monopolizing people's attention now. We're going to take your attention. Give it to me. Yeah, we're going to take your attention. We're the monopolizing biggest company upon this earth, a billion trillion dollar company, because we have God here with us all the time. He is the silent partner, and Srila Gaura Haridas is the transcendental CEO, and we are monopolizing people's attention. So give it to me now. Okay. So you just do it in a different way. You'll do it in a different time. You'll do it in your pace, Leroy, however much you want, but just do it. For the sake of all of us, please do it. Please come in here. People need to, and I'm not speaking about you here, Leo, but all of us, people need to stop playing with shit, because people like playing with shit, because with shit, you will get playing with that shit, you will get slapped and kicked and hurt, and terrible things are going to happen, but you're not going to learn the depth of what you could learn from those really intense experiences, having intense experiences with God, walking with God. Can you imagine the things we're going to learn, what he's going to tell us and what he's going to show us, what it's going to open us, take us away from this place and take us to the place of who we are. We are spirit souls, which are kindred. They're more than that. We are part and parcel of God. That is our bond. That is the only bonds we need to buy. We buy them by just coming here with our two little feet and sitting our bum down and turning this camera on and hearing from Maharaj and just listening to the vibration. William, we have people here, devotees here, who couldn't speak English, who couldn't really read English, who couldn't really and they could read it, but they couldn't understand it. Now we have devotees who are in the deepest, have the deepest realizations, and English isn't their first language, and they can speak the emotions of the Lord, the feelings of the Lord, relationship with the Lord, intimacy with the Lord, real intimacy with the Lord, speak the depth of feeling, real feelings in another language, which they couldn't speak before. And the only reason why they can do that is because they have been purified by listening to the real spiritual, clean, polished, full spiritual potency from Srila Guru Haridas. And their obstacles are being moved out the way. Prabhupada translated it in English. You should come and watch people like Lalita Ganga and Lalita Madhava, who are explaining and sharing these classes because of their ecstasy in another language. And there's so many more things happening like that. So many more. So to all of those Indian guys who phone me, who just want to learn English, all you have to do is come here, listen to Maharaj, and you will improve your English, because they want to come to England and get a job. It's not my job to teach you English, but I can tell you where you can learn English. With Srila Guru Hari, that's because it's happened already. And that's just one little thing. One thing, Mike. You can even see the journey, William, Leroy. I mean, if I'm calling you William, I'm sorry, Leroy, but I mean you. And you can even see the journey of when the devotees couldn't speak English that much. They couldn't. In fact, Lalita Madhaka, I can't even hear. He feels the vibration, and his English is improving. He understands my English at times, and he speaks more English as well. And you can see it with the Lalita, how she was, you can go in 2018, 2020, and then to date, you can see how they've improved, how I've improved, how the other devotees have improved. You can look at classes and look at the sayings from Amy, whose writings are just spot on, complete and whole, because they're conclusive. And there's so many things happening like that in our spiritual family. The journeys of each and every one of us has been going on in our own pace, in our own time, as much as we can. But the one thing we have done is we have been coming regularly, because this is the ultimate thing beyond anything. We come regularly and we hear every day, and it's working. And the process that Lord Caitanya came to show us is happening. And everybody else just needs to come here and be able to listen, and it will be done for them. People go, I'm lazy, I can't do this. Krishna's the doer. Come, keep listening and listening. You will be empowered. You will be empowered. We are empowered, because we love to love the Lord. We love to love absolute truth, which is God himself. And he's starting to see that with us. He can see that with us, and he's showing us things that he would never show people or reveal to people if all they think about is this illusion, because you don't believe in the Lord. The Lord is an illusion to you because you're in this illusion here. He's not going to reveal to yourself if you're fighting and you're arrogant and you're going to argue and you're going to blaspheme. He won't reveal yourself to you, but he knows you need to get these things out if you are surrendered to a bona fide spiritual master. He knows that you need to get these things out, and you can get them out. Out there, you have no shelter. Everybody's a big child, running around as a big child, but you're not so innocent. Here, it will be done on the platform, on the platform, or shall I say, on the foundation of absolute truth. We're God's children. He loves us all, no matter what. That is why Lord Caitanya is here. He is the most merciful incarnation of the Lord. And it's Kali Yuga, and we have done some stuff. We are just going to be allowed now to let it all go, because the Lord is taking us home through his real devotees. Andromeda is saying this divine inheritance here is priceless. It is completely priceless. Why is this person not ringing me? I've got my sound on anyway. Hello, मैं थोड़ा चिल्लाना तुसी ना किचन कर दो सादा तुसी ठीक है? All right, मैं थोड़ा फिर गल कर दी. Yeah, this is the only inheritance. Because this inheritance, to all those people who have got lots of money, and I got all this money, you're not taking any of it with you. We will take this divine inheritance with us. We take it with us. We realize it here while we are in this consciousness. We realize it here. Maharaj is doing that for us. He's done that for us. We have realized the Lord, our relationship with the Lord. We've realized and are living our ultimate goal to understand our Maker, to have union and communion with our Maker. And that is what Maharaj has done. Boom, and that to all those guys who do yoga out there. That is the goal of yoga. It's not a bodily thing. Our goal of yoga is to come to the highest yoga, back to yoga. I always used to wonder about that, actually, when I used to do yoga. What is this back to yoga? Nobody talks about this back to yoga, but here you go. Okay. Poor or not poorer, and rich or not richer. Wow. You can be living on the streets and have the greatest wealth. Or you can even, be the richest person here. And you can have the greatest wealth as well. Because that wealth you won't take with you. Come here and you will take the greatest eternal wealth with you. So I'm kind of going backwards. Leroy, my eyes are not closed to beauty. Unless you go through purification, Leroy, you won't see more beauty. You'll see a depth of beauty. I am thankful women have not ruined me. Also, you're going to blame others. So men like to blame women. What is this blaming the woman? Oh my gosh, anyway, I'm not going to go into that because I've been on for an hour nearly. Beauty, a word shared by all women. Wow. I know a lot of devotees, they kind of, they love women, but they hate women as well. Can a consciousness be a way of life and nature? Everything is consciousness. I don't know if William's still here. Everything is consciousness. Real life, this life, nature, it's a level of consciousness. A minute. But it's not the consciousness we're going to be in when we leave the body. Nature and life, they're destroying it all. So we have to go in. We have to go in because, nature and things like that, they do help us. They do pacify us. They do with nature, but they're killing it all. They're changing it all. The only real nature we have now, the only consciousness that we really need to is God consciousness. Is the consciousness that, the level of frequency where we are part and parcel of God. We are part and parcel of the Lord. So we want to be on that frequency. And it's not being here trying to save the trees and the whales and everything. Because, people are toxic. They've made everything toxic. And so that's it. So okay, let's just go back. It didn't move. And usually it moves. It does this. There you go. I don't mean to do that either. Thank you. If nothing prevents this, I will be there. Do you know what? There you go, William. If nothing prevents this, you will be there. I think you're saying here. I think you're saying here. Keep coming and keep joining. So you asked me if I was Indian. We did that one. Oh, I don't know what that word is, but I don't know. If the Apostle Paul helped Krishna, then you should know helping an American guru. Oh. If the Apostle Paul helped Krishna, he did help Krishna, then you should know helping an American guru. I don't really know what that one means, actually. Are you talking because Maharaj is from America, isn't he? Differences are either helped or not. Well, the more different we are, the better. only when we have a relationship with God, because then there is no differences, there is no division, because we're all spirit souls and we're all part and parcel of the Lord. And if we come from that place, there is no division. But in this consciousness, there is so much division, and people just look at other people's differences and stay in the consciousness, ours is better than yours, instead of transcending that. You can be who you want, but really, we're spirit souls and we're all brothers and sisters. We're all part and parcel of the one God. That's absolute truth. That is conclusive. And people are killing each other because you don't look like them, or you don't speak like them, or you've got different clothes onto them, or you're a different color to them, all of this stuff. And they're making more and more divisions, making more and more divisions. And people are trying to, we want to our division. We are people and we do this and we want to keep doing this because we can do this. Anyway, we're all spirit souls. We're all the same, but we're not the same, but we're all the same. Okay. Do you miss the missing brother? Do you miss the missing brother? Oh, I don't know what you mean there. Leroy, maybe you could tell me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Leroy saying, with all your love for Krishna, do not forget that God has no face. I see God's face everywhere, all the time. I can sneeze and God's face is there. God has many, many faces. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, Jesus may have a face. He is glorified. Okay, yeah, I love Jesus. Anyway, we had Sankirtana Yagana here. Beautiful Yamuna in yellow. Yeah. Leroy, we have fear to fear. Depends, doesn't it, really? I'm sorry. I'm itching. I've eaten something that I shan't have. I don't know this fear thing. Because why would we fear our friend? Why would we fear our friend? But our master, because he's our master and our friend, maybe sometimes we're doing something that we know. Anyway, I'm speculating. Zip it, Yamuna, zip it. I'm not doing that one. Okay, Andromeda is saying, for we see through a glass darkly, soon face to face. I like that. Leroy saying, oppression and even condemnation is a terrible thing to experience and can cause we keep secrets. Oh, what kind of secrets are they in the first place? Because the ultimate secret is the secret that the Lord lives within us and we have a relationship with the Lord. There are actually many secrets, but they're not secrets. They're only secrets if you keep in this illusion. If you keep in the illusion and you keep focusing on the illusion, you're never going to realize the secret of all secrets. And every one of us can realize the secret of all secrets if you want to. This is a secret society that we have here, but everyone can join because we're all part and parcel of the Lord. And that means everyone. But and just depends how ready you are, actually, really. And any secrets that we have is because you're ashamed. Any secrets that we have is because you're embarrassed. Any secrets that you have because you want to hide stuff that you don't want other people to know. Things that you've done, things that you've experienced, you just push them down in your suitcase and keep them down there. Let's get all your secrets out, because there's only one ultimate secret. You're part and parcel of the Lord. We are spirit souls. We are spirit souls that are part and parcel of the Lord. We are unique, authentic personalities, part and parcel of the Lord. Okay. Yeah, so this is the ultimate Illuminati, where the yeah, all of those secret societies. This is the ultimate secret society that everybody can join, but you can only know the secrets one way. You have to come through the right way. Get yourself in line, because that's the only way you can come through, and you can know all the secrets. You can be shown the depth of your relationship. Your relationship will be built here. You build your relationship with the Lord, your ultimate friendship, your ultimate relationship here in the Sangha of Srila Gaura Haridas. Okay, so you're saying she just cancelled my speech. I don't know that one, William. I can't remember what I was saying now. Oh, we did that one. Yes. Okay. Beauty. Well, depends what you see beauty as beautiful. The Lord's effulgence, the Lord's words, the Lord's feelings, the Lord's actions, the relationship with the Lord. What else? Everything, actually. That is beauty. That is beauty in the making upon the Lord, upon God himself. Krishna is the all attractive, Leroy, you know that. And here it comes to life. His attraction comes to life, where we get addicted to that attraction, to that beauty. It happens here. There's always new things to learn, always new realizations, always, the mystery of the Lord, of Krishna, is unfolding here more and more and more and more. He's kept it. It's been a secret. Not anymore. So the Guru knows this. My eyes are not closed to beauty. To know the Lord's beauty, to know the all attractive, one has to go through the purification, and only the bona fide spiritual master, the greatest bona fide spiritual master, can do that for us. And Srila Gaura Haridas is doing that. You don't have to believe my words. You can come and I wish you to. I beg you to. I hold my hand on my heart and ask you to come and join every day. Come home every day. Join in the feast of absolute truth being projected onto your heart while you purify things that you haven't been able to purify before, because only the Lord can do it. And only the Lord can reveal himself to you. And we can only hear the Lord revealing himself to us through a bona fide spiritual master who has a confidential relationship, who is the confidential servitor of the Lord, and who has proven that and shown that and is still doing that for us. And yeah. So anyway, let's keep going. Okay, we've done that one. We've done these. Let's see. Secrets are things hidden under the tongue. Secrets are feelings and emotions. And they're hidden. It depends which secrets you're talking about, really. So I'm thinking you're talking about material, the secrets that we hide away. We don't want to show ourselves in case we make a fool of ourselves. Well, we're fools anyway. To all the devotees in our Sangha who don't want to come on, we're fools anyway. I'm always making a fool of myself and embarrassing myself. I don't feel the feelings as much anymore. It's more of a joyous feeling, the feelings of embarrassment and how it makes you feel. It stops you in your tracks, and sometimes it dictates what you do. And being married to the Lord push me out to do it. You better go and do that. But nicely, and wanting to get rid of all the obstacles that have been in my way, so I don't blame others, and I don't play the victim, and I see it for I see the reality of the depth of its reality, the realness of it, the absolute truth of it, where God Krishna is residing in everything, because I'm walking that path, Leroy. See, the holy name dancing on the tongue is perfect. Yeah, secrets under the tongue, the holy name. The Lord is here to give now the holy name. That's what Lord Caitanya came to give, because it's the time. The opportunity has presented itself now, because it's 28 Divya Yugas later, where Lord Caitanya says, this is the time. This is the time he comes to give out mercy to everybody. So the time is presented itself already, Leroy. And it's for you to realize that, and to really, truly realize that you will hear, and you keep coming back, and I miss you when you don't come. Where's real Leroy? So yeah. And yes, the divine potency, the divine words dance upon the tongue, dance actually in all areas of the mouth, right at the back, all different parts of the mouth as well. And Eric is here. I don't know if Eric's still there. Where do cursings, is he saying cursings of the tongue come from? Cursings of the tongue. What does he mean, Andromeda? What does Leroy mean? Does he mean when people blaspheme and things? Is that what you mean? Haribo, Eric, Haribo. I don't know. Do you know what Leroy means, Eric? I don't know what he means. So we'll chant, because I know there's some devotees out there, especially in our Sangha, that aren't feeling great. I don't feel great. I bloody fell out the bath yesterday, and I haven't even got in it yet. The day before, oh my God, I can't believe I'm still here, but I can, because I have Krishna. He held me. Okay, so I'm just going to put some music on and we just chant. Oh yeah, that's the best. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, Eric. Okay. The way to do it. Here we go. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Gadadhar, Shivas. Yes, I've been checked out and I'm all right, but I've got damage. But hey, it's just a body. A few minutes. Come and join in with us, Leroy. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivas, Hari Gaurabhata, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So I'm chanting. Leroy chanting. Yeah, you can see me chanting. This is why, as a Raganuga, we do not have to chant 16 rounds. This is Raganuga Bhakti. This is the second path in Prabhupada's books. Loving devotion in ecstasy. Please read, Leroy, you've got to. In fact, I'm going to show you myself. No. Yes. And my book is over there. Anyway, I can't see it. If you read Bhagavad Gita 10:10, chapter 10, verse 10. It says there, not in these words exactly. To those, if you come to me in loving ecstasy, loving devotional ecstasy or something like that. In fact, can somebody post it? The bond tongue is other. What other? The bond tongue. I don't know what that means. The free tongue is the free tongue is a free man. Yeah, but 99.9% of the people here are not free. Money. Yes.
Or
yes.
ਇਹ ਪਾਣੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੱਟਣਾ
ਨਹੀਂ
ਫ੍ਰਿਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਦਾ
ਕਿ
ਬਾਹਰ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ
ਆ ਸਿੱਟ ਦੋ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਉਹ ਕੰਪੋਸਟ ਸਿੱਟ ਦੋ ਉਹ ਫਿਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ
ਮੈਂ ਕਰਤਾ
oh my gosh very good ਆ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਲੈ ਦੇ
ਇਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂ
ਥੱਲੇ ਲੈ ਜਾਓ
okay
all right okay
ठीक
are you all right
yeah कुछ पीना चाय वगैरह
yeah चाय बना दो
और बिस्किट
नहीं शुगर पा दो
शुगर पा
मैं बिस्किट नहीं खाना
okay
thank you yeah you don't have to do anything. What am I talking about, Leroy? If you go to Bhagavad Gita 10:10, it's talking about if you show love to the Lord, he'll give you the knowledge to come to him, but only in ecstasy. If you don't show this ecstasy, you won't get the knowledge, and most of ISKCON does not show this kind of ecstasy. And they go, you shouldn't. They've started a what do you call it? A society where you don't show ecstasy, or you don't show it. Well, they can't show it because they don't have it, and this is what is going to help the world. This is what is going to bring everyone in union, because we have union with the Lord, because we have ecstatic emotions. That is what Lord Caitanya brought. They don't want to read the Chaitanya Leelas. They don't want to read. They don't want to give us our way out, because they don't know our way out, because they do not have this ecstasy. They do not have the knowledge of the Lord. They're just spouting words from a book. They are just spouting words. Some of them have feelings. I get that as well. But it doesn't matter, bro. Why do they not want to follow the second path in Prabhupada's books? Because they can't, because they haven't got any Raganuga guru in there that can give them, that has the Lord, that can show they have the Lord, because you can see symptoms of the Lord in the Chaitanya Charitamrita in the first part, Adi Leela, spiritual masters. You can see, check out what a spiritual master is, who he is, what his symptoms are. You won't know that unless you come and watch Srila Gaura Haridas, watch us, because he's made us devotees. He has given us ecstasy. Well, ecstasy has appeared within the heart as our Bhakti Lada Bij has been growing from hearing the spiritual potency and the frequency of the Lord from without, from the living Bhagavat, is meeting the Lord within, which is the divine, eternal Guru within as well, is happening here. So yeah, the free tongue. So yeah, tongue is becoming free, freer and freer, and that's what's happening. And it's only because, William, we go through purification. In America, counseling is massive. They go to counselors all the time. This is God counseling, transcendental counseling. This is the only way we will know exactly, what is happening with us, is by having a relationship with the Lord. Union, communion. Bond to babbling on like Babylon. Okay. So William, you're part of the family. I miss you when you don't come. So you must come, please. And for your benefit, and for my benefit, and for the benefit of other people around you, this is the greatest place to be able to get actual justice. People want justice in America. There's no justice, not through anybody, not through anyone who doesn't have a connection with the Lord, and not even that, only through the one who has the deepest connection with the Lord and is bringing out He's bringing forth, he's making connections, uniting others with the Lord as well. And their connections are coming out. Not connections. I was going to say ideas. Holy, holy, holy Christ. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, absolutely. Holy, holy, holy Christ and Hare Krishna as well. We would do that. So I've got my Indian accent there, the Indian accent, the Irish accent, another accent, English accent. All right, I'm going to come off. I'm going to come off now. So I'm sorry I didn't come on, but I had a fall. I can't believe it. I went like this. Woof. So it smacked my head. But Krishna caught me because I've got no damage on my head. I've got no bruise on my head. There's no swelling on my head, but I've got cuts and things in other places. But I'm all right. And it's because of Krishna. I got over it, got through it, transcended it. And I wasn't that fall. It just happened. Let me learn. My deepest experience in that fall is Krishna saying to me, and I don't know, and you might think, Krishna saying, this is what keeps coming. Krishna saying to me, you fall, I'll catch you. You fall, I catch you. And he did. Because this was the main thing that would have been, I had brain shake. My brain shook. Like that. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, Andromeda. Thank you to Eric. Leroy, please coming back. Please keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. You're part of the family, you know. And let's see who else was here. Eric was here as well. We said that. Vij was here. Okay. So if I've missed anything, I'm really, really sorry. It's been really nice. Like Leroy was saying, you know, free tongue. You know, Maharaj has given us the order to share the Lord now with who we want to. And that's what's happening. And as we're doing this, glorifying this message, glorifying absolute truth, glorifying the Lord, you know, he's showing us himself more and more and more. And my God, William, it's amazing. Thank you very much. Oh, glorious Tishala Gaura Hari Das, the greatest spiritual master, greatest guru, greatest spiritual teacher since I don't know when, but anyway, is doing the greatest job of actually uniting his devotees, because you have to be his devotee with the Lord, and giving us our greatest, or shall I say, our greatest shelter, the unlimited umbrella of the Lord, and is doing that for us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. This is River Yamuna signing out.